So you want to hear a story? Not many of those around here. But you're in luck. I do have one. Of a dark prince. Hides in a castle not far. Well, far enough. The land of Barovia is his claim. He hides from others in the darkness. To hide what he truly is on the inside. But Barovia is not too far away. Not so far. And they say that he's still there, waiting. I suppose it just takes one person to go and figure out if it's true or not. Huh? Man, do I take myself way too seriously. Well, hello there, adventurer. My name is Tyson Fraley, and welcome to the Game On series. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be releasing a very quick guide for all of you who are interested in running the Curse of Strahd campaign right out of the sourcebook. There's a lot of guides online about certain aspects of the game to run, like different locations, different characters, but I didn't feel like there was anything that was online that was quick, easy, really accessible, and able to run through everything really quickly. So, without further ado, let's just jump into today's episode, which is going to be focusing on the lore of Barovia. To start off, Barovia was once an actual place. The valley community was under dominion of enemies of Strahd von Zarovich. Strahd von Zarovich was once a normal guy. Well, that's not exactly true. He was a prince, but also he was just kind of like a natural-born sociopath who didn't have a lot of feeling for anyone. Long story short, his dad died. He decided to fight against the enemies in Barovia, the valley. He succeeded. He was only able to succeed because there was a group of people named the Vistani who healed him after he was gravely wounded during combat, and then he was able to lead his final assault. Because of that, Strahd and the Vistani are very bound together, very close-knit. So Strahd set up shop in Barovia. He loved the landscape, wanted to set up there full-time, had his castle made up, and then after a little while, he kind of just realized, oh, I'm a war guy, but there's no more wars to fight. So what's next? And naturally, he chose immortality. Naturally. Strahd then began to speak to spirits of the Shadowfell, before coming up with some dark pact at the beginning he wasn't fully sure of, but that promised him immortality if he kept up his business. Meanwhile, after the death of his father, Strahd's mother and his little brother Sergei were outside of Barovia, kind of in their original royal palace. After some time and some grief, and also the fact that the queen really didn't like Strahd that much, she saw him more as a, well, what he truly was, a selfish, arrogant sociopath. However, Strahd felt a need to be able to welcome her to his castle, to Barovia proper, so he welcomed her. He said, bring Sergei along, come together and we'll have a wonderful time here in Barovia. And then she died. On the road, mysteriously. I wonder who did that? So now Strahd has his little brother Sergei and living up in Castle Ravenloft for most of their lives. And then Strahd gets a view of his future bride, or at least the one that he really wants to have as a bride. Her name is Tatiana. Trouble is that she doesn't win her heart. Sergei wins her heart. So initially, Strahd figured this out and was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take some time, rethink my values. And then he thought about it, and then he's like, nah, you know what? Actually, I'm just gonna kill him. Out of revenge, he kills Sergei and drinks their blood, fulfilling his final pact with the spirits of the Shadowfell that he had made the arrangement with. Oh, it's all coming together. Tatiana is so filled with grief that she casts herself off the side of Ravenloft Castle. And then the guards and everyone else is just kind of like, hey, you know what? Like, maybe this guy isn't great. Like, maybe we should just kick him off, right? So they try, and then Strahd promptly kills them. It's not exactly clear what exactly breaks Barovia off into its own pocket plane. It has somewhat to do with the spirits of the Shadowfell that he made the pact with, but also has to do with his family becoming very disappointed and angry with him, and then them kind of separating it off. But all to say, Strahd now holds full dominion over Barovia. It is now a pocket plane that exists, that get caught in from mists and other mysterious things happening around the world.
Strahd now has full command of the weather, full aspects, and just paranoid beyond belief. So where does that leave Strahd now? Well, there's a few things that Strahd has in mind. One, he's recently spotted what he thinks is the reincarnation of Tatiana. Plot twist, what happens in Barovia when you die, you don't really die. Your soul is trapped there. So instead, your soul just gets thrown into a new body. So there's plenty of people who are reborn as essentially in the same lifetime. Your soul never finds peace. And on top of that, not all bodies have souls. Some people are just these emotionless wrecks that are actually just hollow. Strahd believes that he's found the resurrection of Tatiana in a woman named Irina, which is going to be one of the first missions that your party encounters. Because of this, Strahd is obsessed with winning Irina over, willing to do anything, including kidnap her, turn her into a thrall, and make him his bride forever. However, Irina and her family have other plans. So, that's Strahd's numero uno goal. Second one is to find a successor. He's realizing that he's not going to live forever, and that he's got to find someone else to take up the mantle. Maybe he notices one or two of them, maybe he even likes them. But in the end, he never actually chooses any of the party members, instead just realizing that he is truly the only one worthy of his own mantle. The last goal that Strahd has in mind is being able to find and kill Rictavio von Richten. Von Richten is a famous vampire hunter, so this is the basic setup for what you're going to be experiencing when going into the story. There's lots more information in the companion guide. I highly suggest you take a look at it. It is a whole lot of fun. I'm going to go over the next few weeks to kind of go more in depth into the key characters, as well as the key locations you're going to be encountering and the major missions that are going to be happening there, just as another reference guide, just something quick you can just go, okay, they've already gone through this mission, what's the next mission? Okay, this one, we're good to go. And how exactly does this character play? What exactly are their intentions? Bam! Every single one, every single time. Thank you very much, and until next time, friends, hide in the darkness, strike down Strahd, and remember, above all things, game on, my friends.